You know, we worked so hard gathering all those cores. At the same time, though, it seems like... well, maybe things will be different. So what if, you never know, someone has to remember. I mean, look at all the stories about... looking at all the stories about time travel throughout the age. No one's memory... there's always someone whose memory is immune to this kind of stuff, so... you never know. Maybe rewinding time wouldn't be such a bad thing. Now, folks, I want you to pay very close attention to the background here, to specifically the pictures that show up during the credits. Tell me if they look familiar, because I won't be able to say much during the credits, because I promised I'd be quiet so you could hear the credits theme. Let's do it. Let's kick it out. Let's kick it.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time. Before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done. And each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Zealandia, we're coming home. I set myself, fly the wind that will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, climb to make it wait for me.
So did you catch them? Did you catch all those pictures? They look familiar at all? Yeah. If they ring any kind of bells at all, it's because, well, 3 of them came right out of those who knows wheres. The kid building the wall. Zia hiding in the basement with her harp. Not Rux. God damn it! Why am I always making this mistake? Zolf dancing with his fiancée. And such a happy moment, that last one. And also, there's also Rux building the Bastion. I imagine that'll come up in the bonus episode. Don't know yet. I haven't recorded that. I do plan on doing that. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit of imagery there that essentially we have just condemned these guys to Groundhog Day. Everything is going exactly the way it was before. I mean, Zia wouldn't be hiding in the basement with her toys if her father didn't tell her to go and hide because of the whole eloping thing that got her branded as a traitor. Well, got her. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. And of course, in that case, Ven wouldn't be the one setting off the nukes to cause the calamity. Which all leads to a very interesting point, pretty much. A very interesting point about... The game kind of has a little bit of a moral to it. The game's story, anyway. There is, in fact, a moral to the story. And it's hard to believe, but really, if you watch the other ending, you see that it kind of turns out happier. I mean, the kid isn't staring at his hands watching himself vanish, for one thing. But no, in fact, it does turn out to be a happier ending for the most part. But, that's all well and good, but what makes me so sure that it's just gonna keep repeating over and over and over and over? Well then, that ties back to New Game Plus. I think I might have accidentally mentioned it, but in New Game Plus, there are some changes. Not just like, oh, you get to restart with all your weapons, and like they justify that with time looping, and this kid somehow remembering all his skills from the previous iteration. No. There's much to it, much more to it than that. And I think, I said I was going to show you a little bit. I think I'll show you like the first 5-10 minutes, maybe. I think I can squeeze that in. Yep. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. New Game Plus. Yes, I do want to start a New Game Plus.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
Yeah, see, they already threw...
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
You see, they already kind of threw in the whole I see you in the next one from the ending there to start it off. Little bit of an echo, like it's rippling across time.
He gets up.
Not the only change.
Sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road.
Multiple lifetimes, in fact.
Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
That's just how things roll sometimes. But,
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
What bruises? What bruises? Come on. What, from the calamity? Yeah, see, even the fragments carry over, so pretty much everything's carrying over. It's nothing out of the ordinary, but that little bit at the beginning, that's not the only change in dialogue.
Kid just rages for a while.
There's actually quite a few lines that the narrator changes just in New Game Plus, and I say that having played a good bit of Score Attack, which, again, New Game Plus without the New Game Plus.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
I'm just trying to speedrun this so I can get you to the one that really screams, hey, this is Groundhog Day! So let's just see if I can't get there.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
Okay, Squirts, where are you? Come on, let's get this over with.
School of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
I find it weird that not all of the... Oh wait, I didn't upgrade the... That was the other file. I thought for a minute I had homing shots on this one.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
Yeah, well, let's just go into the bar. That's where things really scream, hey, deja vu.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rhonda's place just brings back memories.
See? Right there. Oh, that whole... Haven't I told this story before? Yes, you have, Rux. Yes, you have.
Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
That's not the only major change. In fact, he actually calls Zia's theme timeless when it starts playing, and other various lines of that sort. But you get the whole general gist of New Game Plus here, is that he is very well, that he is somehow aware that this has happened before. And all those new lines of dialogue that that Rux gets, whether you pick the restoration ending or the evacuation ending, those are still there. In essence, the ending that is supposed to be canon to you picking a New Game Plus, and there is a canon ending, is the restoration ending. That is just actually how it happens. They expect you to pick the restoration ending your first time through, and then each subsequent time, and like an unknown amount of subsequent times after that. And then once you've and then it just eventually it dawns on you. It's supposed to dawn on you that the whole game's moral, and then you're from there supposed to pick the evacuation ending. And I think I've kind of hinted at this the whole time I was kind of playing through the game, because I don't know, I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and I couldn't think of any other commentary to kind of counter Rux's commentary. But the whole moral that this game's story has is sometimes you just have to move on. Sometimes you just can't dwell on the past forever. You can't keep dwelling on the past, and just holding a grudge is what nearly brought the Ura to genocide. Just because, if they had dwelled on the past, then I probably would. I mean, the kid could have ended up killing them all if he wanted to. The kid could have left Rux behind, killed them all, and then there would have been only Zia left of the Ura, and one Ura woman and no Ura men anywhere else. And that's, you kind of see where that's pretty much genocide. You're only leaving one woman alive, and then things just get. Although, actually, come to think of it, did they ever mention if they're actually just similar? If the Uran and they never actually mention if the Uran and Celandians are actually different race, or just different races of the same species, or just you get what I'm saying. I'm just thinking scientifically here, but. And Rux just keeps dwelling on the fact that he was one of the major forces that caused the calamity, and he just wants to keep averting it, but he can't avert it. He can't. No matter how many times he rewinds time, he's not going to be able to undo. He's not going to avert the calamity. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, that's in general what is supposed to happen. You're supposed to realize that you can't dwell on the past. You have to live for the future. You have to live for the moment. You have to keep pushing onward, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much it is, and no matter how many times you wish that you hadn't choked that kid in middle school. Never mind. I probably should. I'm gonna edit. You're gonna edit this out, right? You're gonna edit this out, future me. Yeah, whatever. That's about it, though. I mean. That's about it for this Let's Play, I guess. Well, I do have the one bonus episode, but besides that, that's about it. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave. Remember, those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. Take care.